And we are live. It's my fault that we are late, folks. I forgot to tell our guest that he has to have Chrome to get on. So I apologize in advance. But we here. Say hello if you're here.
Hi.
Say hello. Let us know you hearing stuff. Can we get a Beyonce welcome in the chat tonight?
I feel like falling in love.
I said the chat.
I'm in the mood to fuck something up. I'm gonna stay
Jesus.
Murder Inc., baby.
Said I was gone, but I'm still here. Sorry, we late, y'all. The guest is coming. I forgot to tell him that he had to have Chrome.
How is everyone doing today? Say hello as you are joining in. Shout us to your friends and your family and your grandma and your granddaddy and tell them I said hey. And tell your cute uncle I said take me out to dinner.
Why did I hear take me to the king? I'm not that churchy, y'all. I promise. Okay, man.
I don't have much to bring.
Burger King. She said, not the uncle. The uncles and the cousins from the 80s. Okay.
The ones that still fine. The ones that still got it. You know, them. Shawty swing my way. Shaw look good to me. Now would you please swing my way?
I don't know, y'all. I'm just here along for the ride, just like y'all. We winging it. Trying to give him time to join. Come on now, Kevin.
Kevin, because we got to talk about the fact that Kevin Hart got broken in 2nd grade, and he is still upset about it.
So you have to be careful that you pronunciate the Hart part, because it just sounds like you said Kevin Hart, the comedian.
Oh,
I got broken in 2nd grade.
Kevin's Hart.
There you go.
H-E-A-R-T. Hart got broken.
Mm-hmm. That's better. You got to be careful in these streets, okay? Got to be more careful. All right, we're going to play the intro, and hopefully Kevin will be here by the time it's done. Y'all cross your fingers. But here we go. As we play the intro, please share this with your family, friends, loved ones, co-workers, your haters, whoever. Share it with everybody if you don't mind. Can I play it again?
I miss my hair. I'm gonna get me sew in. I miss my hair being long. But welcome to Occasionally Posh, where we enjoy life, laughs, and shenanigans. I am your girl, Miss Chassie B.
She get on my nerves, and I'm Sunshine. Welcome. Oh my god. Take me out every single time.
I thought that was real sexy.
Okay, thank y'all for joining another episode. We greatly appreciate it. We always love to see you guys on and love to see you commenting along and sending us topics and all of that. We appreciate every single bit of it. Even if we late, we got people like, hey, where y'all at? Sometimes people, I ain't gonna call no names, Tierra, be like, it's where y'all can't go live tonight. Y'all can't go live tonight instead of
Love y'all mean it.
Vern actually said last week, y'all didn't go on tonight. What's on? It was a Tuesday. But
there you go.
He made it. There you go. He made it. All right.
You made it.
Uh-oh. Can you hear us?
Uh-oh.
Finally. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you, but you ain't moving. Or is that just mine?
No, I think it's him.
Okay.
Lord, let's pray for good internet. Amen.
Can y'all hear me?
He got Windstream. We're gonna pray against that. But thank you.
Can y'all,
Hey, my chest
can y'all
hurt.
hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, good. I
Yeah.
just paid my Wi-Fi bill, so we good. We good on
Oh Lord, I cannot. I cannot.
Oh,
All right, well,
let me put a shirt on for y'all. Bring me in. Hold on.
Oh Lord. All right, I'm gonna take him out. We already need prayer. We just got started. All right. But like I said, thank y'all for tuning in. Please make sure you share. Hello, Yolanda. Thank you for joining as always. Of course, we got Tierra on. Thank you for joining. And we got a couple of more others on. Come on, say hello. Let us know you're here. Tierra said a shirt will allow shoulders on the show.
Sure do. Shoulders and titties.
Knees and toes. You know what? Okay. We always start.
Okay, I'm gonna act right. Okay.
We always start with a foreplay, and Chazzy B is first. Ooh, here you
go. Okay, so my foreplay is a question. What is the biggest or craziest lie you've ever heard or told to get out of work or working?
I done lied quite a few times in my younger days.
But I got a story, y'all. Y'all want to hear the story first?
Yeah, tell the story. Let me think about it.
Okay. So my cousin, she works at a school and she has a daughter. Her daughter goes to the school that she works at. So my cousin got a text message from her daughter's teacher the other week. It was the Monday right after her birthday. And the teacher said, "Oh my God, I am so sorry for your loss. If y'all need anything, please let me know." So my cousin is like, "That's weird." So she asked her co-teacher, she was like, "Is something going on that I don't know about?" And the teacher was like, "No." So she showed her the message and she was like, "Well, just go down there and check and see what's going on." So she gets down to her daughter's class. She knocks on the door. The teacher comes to the door and the teacher is crying. And she's like, "I am so sorry. Do you need anything?" And my cousin was like, "What's going on?" And she was like, "Kinley has just been having a bad day. She hasn't been wanting to do her work, been acting up." And I asked her what was wrong. And she said that her uncle, died over the weekend at her birthday party and fell into her birthday cake whenever he died.
Wow. That's terrible. It's the detail for me. It ain't even the lie. It's the detail. Okay.
I fell into the cake. She was like, he fell over into the cake and just died.
That's terrible.
My cousin was like, "My brother did die, but it'll be a year in May." She was like, "It did not happen this weekend." And I was just so tickled. And I was like, I wonder what other like crazy lies people have told to get out of work.
I mean, I definitely had said some folk was sick that wasn't sick. So in her story, he was actually dead.
Gonna kill that man again.
But I definitely done said some grandma, aunts, cousins, nephews, twice removed. Somebody was sick. I'm sure. I'm sure. What about you, kid? What's the biggest lie you've heard or told to keep from working?
Mm. Well, you know, when COVID was going well, I mean, COVID still is a thing for sure, but a lot of people was coloring their COVID tests, you know, to make them positive so they wouldn't have to come to work.
You
Yeah, they
know
was getting
what?
them free. They was coloring them, getting them 3 days off.
Wow.
Because I mean, you know, because it was free time off, and most of the places were offering like, especially if you got your vaccine, they were giving like paid time off. So you know, them 10, 14 days on the road, they was killing them.
Mm.
Dang.
Had that magic marker calling them in.
How do you find the
I
perfect
didn't
mark?
partake. I mean, did the thought
Mm-hmm.
cross my mind? Did the thought cross my mind? Of course. I mean, you know, I thought about it, but I was like, well, then, you know, my luck, gotta make an example out of me. I mess around and catch it to be out there in the hospital or something. So,
That part.
Be
yeah,
your
so
look. That would be my
yeah.
look.
Part. Facts. Mine too. I believe in karma big time, and that's some karma for you right there.
Mm.
So what about you, Chase? You had the story, but what's the biggest lie you done told?
So I
Or
thought
have
about this
heard?
last night because I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking. So I used to live in Greensboro, and I was working at this assisted living. And the day before I was off, I was like part time at that time. And my dude that I was talking to, he was like, let's spend a day. So like that day we went to the movies, we did day drinking, we went bar hopping, like we had a really good time. So
Mm-hmm.
by the end of the night or early morning, I am like drunk and like it's impossible for me to go to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, how can I do this? I don't want to call out just, sounding drunk or whatever. So anyway, I called and I was like, she was like, hello. And I said, my boyfriend just got locked up.
I'm good.
And she was like, oh my God, what happened? I was like, he pulled me over and he had drugs and a gun in the car and I didn't know it. And she was
So when you go for a lie, you go for it. You
like,
ain't no
listen.
Dang.
peddling.
I was like, I said, and then they had to search my car and they tried to arrest me, but he took the rap for it, so they didn't arrest me. I was like, but I'm so distraught. I don't know if I could come in. And then she was
Wow.
like, no, take all the time that you need. Like, take today off. I'll see you tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, just whenever you come in, just make sure that you bring the police report so that I
Oh
can have it on
Lord.
file. Girl, I ain't go back to that job.
Dang. Done. You didn't know she was gonna ask for the evidence, okay?
Yeah, I was like, shit.
Wow.
Got to be more careful.
Got to be more careful. I'm surprised you ain't try to make up one on the Word
Listen,
document.
if I knew what a police report had looked like back then, I probably would have tried to type up one in a
Back then
heartbeat.
they probably was handwritten at that. You can't get away from
Right.
that. Now they
Right.
typed up.
I probably would have tried it, but I ain't go back. I was fine. I had another job.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, so mine is a would you rather. It's been a long time since we did a would you rather. That's literally how we started foreplays. If y'all been watching us that long from back in the day, but since we having a dating trauma episode, I thought this was very fitting. Would you rather be someone's first love or last love?
Ooh.
We're gonna let Kev go first since he was late.
That's a hard one. I think I'd rather be that last love. At this ripe age of 35, I'd rather be that last love. I ain't want to be nobody's first nothing no more. Nothing. Unless it's their first time trying some barbecue or something. I ain't want to be nobody's first nothing. I ain't want nothing brand new no more. Like, give me something that's already got some miles on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right.
All the recalls have been brought in. Yeah, I'm past that. I'm past that stage in my life now. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good. What about you, Chaz?
What y'all think?
I would rather be last love. Because like he said, I'm too old to be somebody's first anything. God, it took 30-something years to fall in love, and then I am scared. I am running away immediately. So last love.
Yeah, I agree. I think at the age that we are at, if you are somebody's first love, then that would be a little bit of a red flag. Because not that there's nothing wrong with never being in love, and I'm not trying to judge anybody's journey, but I'm trying to figure out why. It's got to be something in you that you ain't dealt with, that you need some therapy for, that you ain't never ever been in love. Because we all done been in love. Like sometimes we done been in love with people we ain't even never been in a relationship with. Because you know the heart. I mean. It happens. The heart be hearting, okay? The
worst breakup I ever had was a guy that I wasn't in a relationship with. That was so heartbreaking. I cried for weeks.
Right.
Pain, real pain.
Right. The only good thing about being if you each other's first love and you mature enough to handle being each other's first love, then you can grow together, which would be nice. When you already old in our ripe age, we already done been molded and stuff, and then you get with somebody and you don't know how to just put a little water on you so you can reshape. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's necessary in relationships. You got to be able to, reshape a little bit to be with your partner. Even if you could be the most perfect person in the world, but you ain't the most perfect person for that person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, it's gift and curse to each side, but yeah, I agree. At our age, ain't nobody trying to first nothing. Ain't nobody trying to first nothing. Tier said, "I don't lie. I overslept like 3 hours once. They were trying to fuss at me. I told them I could be there in an hour if I wasn't fired. Then they tried to get me to stay late. No, I had plans. LOL. So you late? You late? You're not saying. That's terrible.
She had plans. I agree, Tiara.
I can't. That's why your butt didn't go back. She also said, I've been a first love. That they had to call the ambulance for him when we broke up. What?
Girl, you got to come on here and tell that story.
What? They called the ambulance.
Kevin said he want them problems.
We need a backstory on that team whenever you get a chance. Yes. I'm just saying. It ain't gotta be 2 nights, but it can be a night. All right.
Give me the link.
Like just derail the whole show, Terry. Oh man, that's good. That's good. All right, well, that's our foreplay for tonight. And as y'all see, if you follow us, if you've been on our page, tonight is about dating trauma. So we brought on Mr. Kev to be a part of this discussion. He's a regular listener. He's always have a great comments and always going on with Chassie B shenanigans. So we thought this would be an opportune time to bring him on. But before we do, you want to introduce yourself. You can tell people whatever you want them to know about you. If you want to know your name, what you do, whatever you want them to know, tell the people.
I'm Kev, Kev No Chaser on TikTok and Snapchat, and just Kevin Chestnut here on Facebook, and KBless_1 on Instagram. You can follow me on all social media platforms. Look, I love to laugh. I love Jesus, and I share both. That's pretty much what you're going to know about me. I'm a career firefighter. I'm a dad, super dad of a beautiful 9-year-old girl, and I just like to have fun. I love to have a good time. I've had some dating traumas in my life and some experiences with stuff like this. And look, I'm going to give you the raw, unadulterated truth, but we're going to laugh about it, and we're going to laugh through my pain, all right? We're going to have a good time with it, too. Because I have had therapy. I'm healed, and I've had, both deliverance and therapy, and I believe in both, and they're necessary. So, yeah.
All right.
We're going to touch on both of that. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and do some preaching on here tonight, okay? But thank you. So let's just start it off with something simple. When you guys hear the phrase dating or relationship trauma, what does that mean to you? So let's start with Chassie B. Oh Lord.
When you look it up in the dictionary or on Webster or on whatever you look up definitions of, there is a picture of me.
Oh God. You said she on there like
I'm like this.
Oh man.
No, but so seriously, it's like, well, what I think of when I think of dating trauma is you try not to bring what happened in the past into new relationships, but we tend to do it. We tend to think that just because somebody didn't call you at the same time that they're automatically cheating, because that's what happened when Ray Ray stopped calling at noon every day. Ray Ray was out there cheating. So, it's just taking extra baggage from one relationship to another relationship to another. Bag lady, you gonna miss your bus.
All right.
You can't hurry up.
Okay. All right, Kel. All right, Kel, what about you? That was great, Chance. What you got to add to it?
Trauma has such a negative connotation, but sometimes trauma is necessary in order to get you to sever from things that are unbeneficial for you. For instance, when you have to have heart surgery, they have to cauterize the vein in order to keep the blockage from stopping you from dying, and that's means they have to burn it off, and that's trauma.
That's trauma,
I
yeah.
feel like trauma sometimes some of the trauma I've been through is necessary, for sure. It didn't feel good, and I still had to heal from it, but it was necessary. So to give an opposite, of the negative connotation, trauma is definitely necessary as well.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right. When I looked up dating trauma and relationship trauma, it goes from one end of the spectrum to the other. And one end of them is the narration of what trauma does and how dating affects us and things of that nature. And then the other goes to like the other side of being abused and neglected and emotionally, all of that. So I tried to stay in the middle. I didn't want to go to the far end because we're not specialists. And I didn't want to be so, I wanted to make sure we made a difference as well. So the definition that I put together from all the pieces of dating and relationship trauma was, because I had to, the misuse, neglect, or unresolved issues surrounding emotional, physical, and or mental feelings while dating. So I felt like that summed it up pretty well.
Ooh.
And what people don't realize is dating trauma is subjective, which means what might be traumatic to Kev might not be the same thing to Chastity B, and might not be the same thing to Sunshine. Like every trauma can affect us differently, and the way we look at it and the way it impacts us can be dealt with differently. So I want to make that plain. So sometimes we be like, shit, what she went through wasn't that bad. I went through this. We are good as people for doing that. With everything in life, we be like, girl,
everything.
Well, I lost my house, but guess what? My house burnt down. Like, like we trying to beat each other's trauma or something. Like, and it's just stupid. It's just dumb. So I just wanted to make sure we understand that trauma for one person can be different than they is to another, and trauma can be hard to recognize. So we don't realize that we went through the trauma because we dealt with it in our childhood, or we had childhood issues that were the same as the things that we went through as we were grown, or it could be trauma surrounding losing a parent and being afraid of love because of that, or going through a divorce and not wanting to try a relationship, or having grief for that spouse. Like it could be a little bit of everything. So I want you guys to name an event or action that mostly affected you your overall dating experience that created that trauma. And we'll let Kel go first.
Man, where do I start?
Right. I got a book.
I've had some instances, but in relationships that caused me trauma. But in retrospect, looking at it, I was the one causing the trauma. And knowing that the reason why the stuff was causing me trauma is because it was me. It had issues, and the word issue is you. It was me. And so the problem I was having is my stubbornness, and I wasn't willing to communicate. I would in my head communicate, but I would expect people to be able to read who I was and not verbalizing what I was saying. So that was the biggest trauma I faced. I was cutting myself. It was self-mutilation. And that was the problem. And that's the dating trauma that I had, because none of the women, that they didn't do anything necessarily wrong for me. They didn't do anything wrong per se. It's just, it was wrong to me. And that's the reason why I say it was me that caused the dating trauma, because they didn't do anything wrong. It was me. It was me not communicating. It was me not verbalizing or not saying what I wanted out of things, because people can't give you what you don't ask for in a relationship. So it was me. It was self-mutilation. And it took a lot of therapy and a lot of prayers to be able to own up to that. But it's a fact. It's a fact. Yeah, that's some of the dating trauma that I've been through was self-mutilation. That was the problem.
Well, where do you think it stemmed from?
Stubbornness. My stubbornness.
I mean, as far as like, did something happen in your life as you as a child, or with you and your parents, or
Oh,
you know, what I'm saying
so
something
I mean,
along
I
those
grew up.
lines?
Okay, I grew up. I grew up. My parents were separated growing up, and then they eventually got divorced. So I grew up seeing, examples of, my parents not being together and them working through things, and then one not working through things, and then the other one not working through things. And so the examples that I saw, and then of course the influences that I had around me. So I mean, because we're always taught to stay out of grown folks' business. We don't. So when we get grown, we don't understand how to handle grown folks' business because we're not brought
Right.
into that arena and taught how to do things.
Mm.
So I was mimicking the things that I saw, whether it be TV, whether it be my parental examples, or whether it be community examples, or things that I saw around. I was mimicking what I saw, and that's all I knew to do. So, and I feel like it was just me reflecting the images that I saw all along growing up, whether it be from my personal parents, to movies, to TV shows, or all that stuff. I mean, because I got to the point where I felt like I could laugh everything off,
Mm.
and 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 then have you ever noticed like on TV shows they're like, hey, look, man, you bleeding, and then that's when they realize that they've been shot, and that's when they grab it and they say, oh my God, and that's
And
when
then
they
all of a
feel
sudden
it.
they hurting.
So
Mm.
that's how it was for me. Like, hey, dude, you bleeding. Somebody eventually had to tell Kev you bleeding, and that's when I realized how messed up I was, and
Mm.
I had to go get fixed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Wow.
pass out or nothing like that and start crying. But I had to go get fixed at that point when I realized I was bleeding. Because
Right.
you won't think nothing is wrong until somebody points it out to you, and then once you figure it out, it's your responsibility to go get fixed. And that's
Mm.
Right.
pretty much what it come from, is seeing all the outside examples, the ignorance of knowing how to handle situations, and then recognizing that I was I had trauma. So
Wow. That's good. All right. What about you, Chassie B? You say you got a book over there. Go ahead. Oh Lord. I'm done. I'm done with you.
Picture it. Cicely. 1926.
I'm done.
No. So for me, when I finally realized that I was a problem in a lot of my relationships, uh, I realized it as an adult. But I realized where it stemmed from. So my parents were together pretty much my whole childhood life, and then they ended up separating when I was in middle school. And my daddy did a lot of fucked up shit to my mama. I mean, it was horrible. And it hurt. He did some messed up things to us as well. Like that wasn't anything like physical, but like just the way that he left the situation was horrible. The things that he done, he took us to his side chick's house and then got mad because it was another man there. So then he tried to take us back to our mama and like was putting us out the car because he was
Wow.
mad that his side chick was with her husband. But that's neither here nor there. But
Wow.
I just remember all of that. That was like very traumatic. And my daddy was a good man, a good father. And it was it was good until it was bad. So then whenever I got older and I'm in relationships and things are so good until they're bad. And I miss the red flags that people showed me. And I'm like, oh, he's fine. Like he's doing this, he's doing that, which is like the things that my daddy did. He would show up whenever he needed to show up. He was always there. He was always a good person. And then whenever it was bad, it was bad. And I'm a person that I guess I deal with that. I deal with the good, the good, the good, the good until it get bad. And then I have to take that situation to another situation. But that's
Right.
pretty much it.
Right. Yeah, I think recognizing childhood trauma is so important to realize why you have these ways that you do things. And like Kev said, that self accountability. A lot of the times when we in relationships, we always want to blame the other person. He didn't want to do this, or he didn't do that, or he cheated, or he didn't communicate. And I'm like, but you allowed him, or you seen the flags, or you know what I'm saying? It's that accountability piece of it. Why did you choose him in the first place? And why did you think that was love? Like we have to really tap in deep down on the inside and really deal with that childhood trauma in order to grow. But like Kev said, a lot of it when we were growing up, we say it all the time. It was what happens in this house, stay in this house for number one, and then number two, you're supposed to stay out of grown folks' business. So as children, and especially in Black communities, we really didn't learn hardly nothing until it was too late. AKA, we was grown and figuring it out. like, of course, our
What's a
parents taught us
checking
that-
account?
right. Of course, our parents gave us the basics of, this is a roof, you got to have a job, you're going to have bills. But then as far as like breaking it down, like, it wasn't that great. A lot of parents don't want to admit it, but we didn't learn how to communicate, or we didn't learn how to actually date. Like, what's the steps to dating? What we seen as children, or at least what I seen as children as dating, was my mama brought the boy home. I think they just met, but oh no, now they dating and they in love. And now we have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never learned that this is what a first date is. This is what a second date is. This is how you communicate. These are the questions that you ask. This is what's important. I ain't learned that stuff. And I'm sure a lot of people did not. So it's like we out here just in a boat with no paddles. Just allowing
We got a paddle, but it's just one, and we going around in a circle. Can't even go forward, baby. We just going around in a circle.
Right, exactly. So yeah, it's definitely tough. It's definitely tough. So the tiers of dating trauma that I found, the first one was mistrust, which is a big one. So mistrust and the avenues of mistrust. The first one was post breakup trust, meaning we trust. How do we retrust someone with our heart? So how hard do y'all think it is to move on from a breakup?
Child. It's something that I'm still stuck on. No, I'm playing.
Wow.
I think I remember I said this in the past. At one point in time in my life, I used to jump from one relationship to the next relationship. Like, this one is over. Let's move along accordingly. And I never really sat in my feelings a lot of the times. After I had kids and I left my kid's father, I actually took some time to, okay. So after after another breakup, not with him, but with somebody else, I did take some time to myself to actually get back to like the things that I enjoy about me and all this kind of stuff. And whenever I decided to start back trying to date, I feel like for me, I don't take bullshit from some people. Some people then got on past it. But anyway, the answer to the question, the mistrust thing. I was thinking about something else. I'm sorry. My mind went. I had a conversation earlier today with somebody, and my mind went straight to that. Okay. So anyway, with the mistrust, a lot of times we do not get over the mistrust because we bounce from one relationship to another relationship, and we don't sit in the time to get back to why we had the mistrust. Like, a lot of times we blame ourselves, and it's not our fault. And sometimes we blame the other person, and it is our fault.
Right. I mean, yeah, right. It could be a combination of all parties. What about you, kid?
Do we ever actually get over people?
I think so. Probably not within the time frame we try to act like we do, but I think so.
Okay, so my thing with the mistrust is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I come from the era of to get over one is to get under another. I come from that era. And that, boy, if there could not be a more toxic statement,
honey, that part
in the whole wide world.
It's a good time.
Want it though, want it. It was the best times because you had so much emotion that this person didn't even know where it was coming from. They thought you had passion for them, and it was just residual from the last. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn, and after the last relationship that I was in, that, I ain't gonna lie, it took me down through there. It messed me up because it really opened the door for me to see me. You know what I'm saying? It really showed me, Kev, And since we on here, I'll say it this way. I was able to see me naked, you know what I'm saying? And not in a nude connotation, but in a connotation where I had to see me for who I really was. And that's when I came to the realization, like, okay, you can't blame nobody else for the stuff happening to you. You can't keep ruining these good women by your traumas, so just the hurt and the pain that you feel, and you're not getting over the stuff that you've done to yourself, because ain't nobody done it to you, done it to yourself. The lies you keep telling yourself, all this stuff you gotta fix you, Kev. And I think in order for me to trust again, I gotta see that somebody's been through that same. They have been through the same process, that they have been processed, and they understand. Like I said, I don't want nothing new no more. So I want to understand people that are sure of themselves and understand themselves and have been processed and understand. Okay, yeah, I know where I was messed up at in my past, and I'm fixed now, and I'm ready to proceed forward. Because you can be fixed but not ready to proceed. You know what I'm saying? You can be healed.
Don't be stepping on my toes.
And there's nothing wrong with not being ready to proceed at all. And there's nothing wrong with taking time for yourself. There's nothing wrong with all of that stuff. And for some people, the best thing for them to do in order for them to trust again is to proceed. So it's a case-by-case scenario, because everybody's not the same. Everybody can't sit in their feelings, because some people are not strong enough. Some people need to share those feelings with somebody else, or they'll go crazy. And it's okay if that's you. If that's you, that's okay. That's fine. I was the one that I had to, I had to look. Now, let me pour myself into everything but a relationship right now. Let me pour myself into work. Let me pour myself back into school. Let me pour myself into the gym. Let me pour myself into being a father. Let me pour myself into church. Let me pour myself into everything, in the hunt, everything that I do other than relationship. I had to pour myself into it in order to keep from ruining somebody else. And so now, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. I don't know.
I was waiting on the answer. Like, damn. Slide into my DMs, okay? No.
Hey, look, if slide in my DMs, please make sure that you govern yourself accordingly if you come in my DMs.
I was about to say, be careful now.
I will get you ignored. You will get ignored if you're not coming correct. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Okay.
I know that's right. All right, going back to the comments. Sorry, Tiana said, I learned from watching TV what dating's supposed to look like, especially Black shows like Family Matters and Martin in a Different World. That's fast. That's fast. We did learn from it. Then we learned that, hey, it looked way easy on them TV shows. It's real life.
Martin and Gina only stayed mad for 7 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They were together by the end of the show.
Fast. And Tierra have a comment as well, but I'm gonna go to the next one because she's touching on it. So the next part of mixed trust is post-cheating trust. Trusting someone to be faithful. And so her comment says, I seen a lot of cheating growing up, and so now I think everybody is cheating. If I kind of get any inkling they have been dishonest. So that's real. That's real. So have either of you dealt with infidelity? And if so, how did it make you feel?
I wanted that nigga to pay me in blood.
Ooh. Finger stick.
I wanted him to pay me in blood. I dealt with infidelity, and it hurt. Like, that thing hurt. I felt my heart like literally break in 1,000 pieces. And it took a long time for me to get over it. I mean, years. And to the point that he would even still like reach out to me. Even after I had kids, he would reach out to me on my birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, and things like that. Mother's Day, he would reach out and be like, happy, blah, 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 whatever. And then I would be like, leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. Why do you keep inserting yourself into my life? Like, just stop. So the crazy thing is, I remember the first year that he didn't send me a happy birthday message. And y'all, this is how toxic I was. I waited all day for that birthday message, and it never came. And I cried because he did not send me that message. But then
But
the
he
next
finally
guy was
left you
okay.
alone. He
I
finally
know.
left
I
you
wanted him to leave me
alone. I
alone, but it
know.
still hurt.
Right,
It
I
still
get
hurt.
it. I get it. I get it. Whew. What about
Yo,
you,
why
Kev?
am I
Have you?
like this?
What about you, Kev? You ever been cheated on or dealt with infidelity?
I did with infidelity. Um, I was the sneaky link.
Ugh.
Boy,
Mm.
let me keep this PG. So I was in a whole entanglement with a girl that had a girl. So man, it was wild. It was really wild. You know
He
what I
laughing
mean?
like he reminiscing.
Slightly,
He thinking
slightly,
about
yes.
that.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. Especially because it was like right after a breakup, and I met this chick in the club. You know what I mean? We was chilling, chopping it up back and forth. And I just thought she was somebody cool. I ain't think nothing about it. I wasn't trying to get at her. But we just one thing just led to another. We kept chopping it up. So one day she was like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I was like, "Hang out? I mean, we ain't like that. Mind you, I didn't know this girl was in a relationship with a woman or anything like that. I'm like, nah, let's not. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go hang out with the fellas, and I'll catch you on the flip side. So I go in the club and I see her, and she was dressed up like like a dude. I'm like, what? And she was like, "What's up, Kev?" I'm like, "Huh?"
You took it down.
So I'm confused at this point. I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
1 and 1 is 4 at this point. 2 is missing somewhere. 2 is missing
You done
somewhere.
took Kel, you took a stud down.
So look, let me finish.
You done took
I gotta
me
defend
fresh
myself.
down.
I gotta defend myself. Okay, let me finish. So let me tell you. So that, after that, I seen her dressed up. That's when I realized, okay, she just want to be one of the fellas. Okay, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I took it. She
Mm-hmm.
just want to be one of the fellas. So the next time I seen her, she won't dressed up like no boy. And let me tell you, she was set up.
All right. She want poom poom pow, was she?
What?
Poom poom
Set up.
poom.
So and and I'm treating her like one of the fellas, but she like, no, Negro, this ain't what this is.
Mm.
Like, so, of course, after some
One thing led to another.
alcohol,
We got it.
you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? After some beverages, we got to chopping it up. And that led to just put it like that led to a whole year entanglement.
A
Going back.
year.
Oh, a year.
He said a year.
Okay,
Yeah,
Jada.
we was
Jada and
for a whole,
August in this.
Where
to the
the
point
track
where
at?
I was picking her up from her old lady's house, you know, because she thought I was just one of the fellas, and her old lady did too. Thought I was one of the fellas, so she didn't think nothing different, and I didn't think nothing different. But look, I'm gonna tell you where it messed up.
You thought something different.
Oh, I started catching feelings. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that girl
Oh,
was, she was
Minnie Fresh was
like she was,
bow, bow,
she was
bow.
experienced. You know
she
what I'm
was
saying?
fresh.
She was experienced. Okay, she won't brand new to this. She was true to this. Okay,
All
and that
right.
girl was making me feel like a man. All right.
All right.
And
I
mind you, I
feel
had
like
just got out of
man.
something.
Ow.
I had just got out of something, you know what I'm saying? So she was making me feel like a man. I mean, and the problem was, she was a quote unquote stud, but she was so soft with me. That's the thing. Like, so I
Okay.
think it was a mutual.
Ooh.
Like, she was able to be her feminine side, and able to be a woman with me, and she didn't have to put on this
Mhm.
hard image and portray all this other stuff. That's the reason why,
Mhm.
that stuff. I think it's cognitive, but that's neither here nor there.
That's so
So I think that she was able to be her feminine self with me. So she was able to be her soft with me. And
Okay.
because I'm a manly man. I'm a man's man. Ain't nothing soft about Kev at all. So, I mean, maybe my belly, but but still, still, you know what I'm saying? So she was able to be soft with me because she didn't have to portray this image. So I felt like it was a mutual benefit because I was able to make her comfortable with who she really was. Because
Mhm.
retrospect now being 2020, if she watching this, she'd be like, "Oh, this nigga talk about me." But anyway, so anyway, now she's married, she has children. She's no longer in that lifestyle. She's in the church now and all this other stuff. She's a totally different person. But I think but because she was able to be her true self with me, it was a mutual benefit because I was fresh out of something. I was hurt and I was in pain, and then she was giving me everything that I needed to make me
Everything she
feel,
needed.
assured and giving me the confidence of being a man. And then
Okay.
she was able to get the same benefit of being a woman. And
All right.
Mm.
but yeah, that's the
All
PG
right.
version. If y'all want to hear the
Kev out here healing lesbians one at a time.
You know what? I'm not. Don't comment. Don't comment, please.
Don't nobody comment on that. Leave that alone.
Get on my nerves.
I'm just playing.
Nikki said earlier when you was talking, kid, that you better preach. Hey, Nikki, thanks for joining.
We told the story of your baby child.
And she said that's some entanglement for that part. That's a whole entanglement, okay? She said lesbian slayer.
I love it. Yeah, the lesbian slayer.
They about to have you at one of them little anti-gay camps, okay?
We would like for you to meet our man over here. His name is Kevin. Could you please come over here and talk to her?
We moving on. Y'all gonna get us in trouble. Moving on. Lord Jesus. Moving on. Tiana talking about not healing lesbians. They a mess. I ain't had no part of it. Maybe just a little bit. All right, the next one on the mistrust, Lord, we're gonna be here for 2 hours. The next part of mistrust was sincerity trust, and that is the person being real, truthful, or open. So how do y'all feel? I mean, that's happened forever in dating, but how do y'all really feel about this? People being sincere in this new age, online, whatever dating. I don't know nothing about online dating, but y'all probably do. How y'all feel about people being sincere in this online dating world?
Child, it's just dating in general. Ain't got nothing to do with online. It could be somebody you met at Hardest. It could be somebody you met at church.
In the drive-through.
In the drive-through.
You a big hard ham.
Anywhere. It's hard out here. So like one of the things so I was talking to this guy and I pretty much told him everything that I do not like whenever it comes to men, and like pretty much all the stuff that I had went through. He made it his point to go and do everything that I like. And he ended up being the ain't shittest nigga I ever seen in my whole damn life. So he was not genuine.
He made it. Okay.
Right. He was not genuine. So like he used everything that I told him as an advantage to try to portray himself to be somebody genuine. And he wasn't.
Got you. That's hard. What about you, Kev? You feel like the women that you trying to talk to or the women that are coming at you are being sincere?
I'll leave that up to them. They got to deal with that. That's their demon they're going to have to deal with. But just know that I can see through the mess. And my tolerance level is so low. Like I said, I'm grown now. My tolerance level is low. Back when you was young, you would swim right through the BS just to have somebody. You won't care what kind of lie what kind of lie they feeding you. And like, yeah, girl, because you start looking at them pretty eyes and that smile and everything other benefits you got, and you think about, can I get you home tonight? You ain't worried about her lying to you. You know good where that girl stole that $20 out your wallet, but you don't care. You don't care. So you dealing with a whole kleptomaniac. She's stealing, what I'm saying? But you don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look,
Not you putting the $20 in there for her to steal. Make sure she can see it.
You know what I'm saying? Man. You know this girl ain't. She only using you for money, but that's all right. You know what I'm saying? She only with you because of this, that, and the fourth, but that's okay. So now, okay. I leave. But in all seriousness, though, I leave stuff. I give people 100% of everything, and it's up for you to maintain that 100%. And everything you do starts taken away. And if once you fail, ain't no getting it back. There's no extra credit with Kev. Like you get, I give you 100% up front. So I giving you all the extra credit you need because I give you 100%. And then once you start chipping away, you lose it. And there's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you to build it back up per se. So I let you work to maintain it. So once you've done some things that make me question your integrity or question who you are or say that you have ulterior motives or something like that, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I just can't deal. I gotta ease out.
And Nikki said she was stealing $20 and had a girlfriend. That girl was a lie. I'm done.
No, I was giving her money. I ain't even care.
Oh,
Yeah.
she was knocking it around.
Go buy your old lady something nice.
I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be like her when I grow up. Send me her number so I can reach out to her. I need to know. Is it both hands or one hand? Is it to the left or the right? I need to know.
Send me a tip.
Oh my god! All right, that next one is mistrust within the dating shenanigans. So, aka being stood up or being lied to or someone ghosting you. That's rough. And then the one after that, because I'm trying to move us a little bit, is self-trust. So do you have the ability or the tools to navigate relationships yourself? Are you trusting yourself in these dating streets? Which I feel about those two bullets.
Wait, what was the first one?
Mistrust within dating shenanigans. So being stood up, lied to, or someone ghosting you.
Y'all want to hear my story?
Oh Lord, go for it.
I got a quick story.
The short version, though. The short version.
I'm gonna do the short version. Okay. So, just so we are 100% clear, I like Valentine's Day if I'm in a relationship. If I'm not in a relationship, it's any other day for me. So this guy has been pursuing me for years, and he always dropped the ball. But I decided to give him a chance this time, another chance. So anyway. Every morning I wake up to a haiku, a song, a Bible verse, something. A child. Haikus all day. Roses are red, violets are blue, and all this kind of stuff. So every morning I'm waking up to this type of stuff. We talk throughout the day, we talk at night and everything. So everything is going fine. So Valentine's Day. No, okay, let me rewind. We were supposed to go out that week as well. And then we were supposed to go out either that Valentine's was on a Tuesday, so that Wednesday or Thursday we were supposed to go out. And I had sent him something on Monday, like, hey, for confirmation, like, where are we going? What time we meeting? Blah, 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 blah. And I didn't hear anything from him, but I had sent it late, which is fine. So he probably would have responded to it that morning whenever he sent my haiku. This nigga did not say anything to me at all on Valentine's Day. You didn't have to say Happy Valentine's Day. All you had to do was say, hey, how you doing? Like you do every day. How's your day going? Let's pick up the phone and talk to each other. I did not hear from him at all. Wow. And that pissed me off because, right. And that made me angry because I'm like, you intentionally are not messaging me or talking to me on this day for whatever reason. Just because you speak to me on this day does not mean that I'm going to marry you tomorrow. Just because you speak to me today doesn't mean we're in a relationship. You can say hello. You don't have to say Happy Valentine's Day. Then on the 15th, I wake up at 7:45 and I had got a message at 5:30 in the morning that said, good morning. Hope you have a good day. Nigga, fuck you.
Ooh, from a man's perspective, Kev, why do you think he did that?
He ain't serious.
Right.
He ain't serious. That dude, he probably married too.
He's not married. I know that he's not married. I know that he's not married. I know that for sure. But he got somebody.
Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, he in a whole relationship right here. The thing is, like, I know you when you talking to somebody, you have to know what's important to them. And it don't matter if me, Kev, feel like Valentine's Day is a made up holiday and it don't mean nothing. It's just a man-made holiday. If she think it's important, okay, guess what? Now Valentine's Day is more important than Easter. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Look, Christ rose, and I better buy some roses on Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to, because it's not about me. At this point, you have to prioritize what she likes, and then, but it has to work both ways. So if she know that that you like baked spaghetti, look, on Valentine's Day, if you buying flowers, she need to bake you some spaghetti or something.
Oh, baby, that's gonna be the best baked spaghetti you ever got in your life.
Right,
you're gonna put it in your mouth, it's gonna melt.
It's give and take. But and the fact that if he knew that how much you valued that day, then it's not just a
But
day
see, no,
anymore.
it's not even the fact that, like I said, like Valentine's is important if I am in a relationship. If I'm not in a relationship, it's just any other day. I was expecting the same
He would treat it
conversation that
like
we
any
had
other
on the
day.
13th and on the
Right.
15th. That's the conversations that I wanted to have. The 14th, all you could have said was, "Good morning, gorgeous. Hope you have a great day." Blah,
Right.
blah, blah. And then we do our regular commentary throughout the day. I didn't expect a gift. I didn't expect Happy Valentine's Day. I wasn't expecting all that. It's just the common courtesy of doing what you was doing 2 days ago, yesterday, when you was
And the
writing out
day
them
after.
haikus. You didn't write out an extra haiku for the 14th, but you had one for the 15th.
He got something. He got something deeper going on there.
And then he gonna send me a message yesterday talking about, I got a lot going on right now, and I hope that you can take the time to wait on me. I thought that I had blocked you, sir. How the hell did you get through?
You weren't even the one pursuing him, so why are you waiting?
Exactly. I be fine in my cocoon, in my oasis. Why
You
do
keep
y'all
chasing
come
somebody and be
fucking
like,
with
all
me?
right, I done caught you. Now wait. That ain't how that work.
That's how it works.
Nah, it ain't. Tierra said sounds like he had a date come through because he didn't know he was going to get a second chance with you. Yeah, maybe.
No.
He could at least still say good morning though.
Exactly.
Vince said he was romancing his other boo. That part.
Precisely.
It was.
Tiana said it's always the one that has been pursuing you for years that never paying out. Ain't that the truth?
Never.
Woo! Vince said, let him back in your life. He probably got you a half price box of candy done. It ain't even in date. It's expired. Tia said, I'm mad at Dave's high school though. Let me hear one. No, we ain't gonna do that, man, like that on this good podcast. Not this week. Maybe next week.
Let's see if I can find one for you.
Oh man. So we're gonna go on to the next one, which is unresolved issues. So the first part of unresolved issues when it comes to dating trauma is rejection. Whew, that's a big one. So in y'all opinion, we all know what rejection is, but in y'all opinion, and this is a big debate for all parties and all scientists and everybody of the world, but who deals with rejection best, men or women?
Women. They deal with it best because
why y'all think so?
Because they go fix themselves and then leave a man alone. A man get rejected, that boy finna. First of all, he gonna start saying bad words. You everything opposite of what he said you was to try to holler at you, and then he gonna go and badmouth you to the whole world. A woman gets rejected, she says, you know what? Okay, boom. Okay, boo boo. Next time you see her, she done lost 25 pounds, got a fresh outfit, and her toes done. Okay, so so then you go back with the ball trying to shoot your shot again. Like, what's up, man? Hey, look, let me spin the block, boo boo. You know what I'm saying? What it do? So yeah, women definitely handle it way better than men.
Why you think it's women, Chaz?
Like I said, men typically start calling women out of their names, start talking about everything that's wrong with them that initially was no problem. Sir, you knew that she had 5 baby daddies yesterday, but today you mad because she rejected you? You knew she had roaches when you was in there eating up noodles and noodles. But today you want to tell everybody that she got roaches in her house. Like, sir, simmer down because you was letting the roaches crawl on you at one point in time.
You were there dancing with him like Joe's Apartment. I ain't never seen Joe's Apartment. Go Google it.
Joe's Apartment. I'm gonna have to look at Joe's Apartment.
Oh man. Well, actually, the research says that it actually hurts women more, and this is why. So y'all be clear-minded. It says rejection hurts a man's ego, but a rejection hurts a woman's confidence.
This is true, and I can speak on that.
What y'all go ahead, speak on it.
So I actually had this guy that I was interested in, and I just flat out told him that I was interested in him, and he pretty much turned me down. And I was like, hurt. I was like, dang, like that hurts. So then for a long time, I would not like, I wasn't really interested in guys because I'm like, what is it about me that you wasn't interested in? Like we've been friends. In my opinion, he has always flirted with me, but I didn't know if he knew that I was available. So I was letting him know that I was available, and I was just as interested as I thought that he was. And it was like, nope, I'm not interested. Boom. And my feelings was hurt. Hurt.
Oh yeah.
What about you, kid?
Look, this one right here. I got a gym session waiting on this one right here. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Because my recent experiences have come that I have been the guy that has everything that they want, but I'm just not who they want. And so I'm what they want, but not who they want. I'm the wrong W. So it's it's like the Future and Russell Wilson type deal. Okay, they want Future to act like Russell Wilson, but because I'm just Russell Wilson up front, I can't. I mean, it's bad. So I get the good conversation. We go out, we have a good time. I'm buying flowers. I'm sliding in your cash app now. Look, I ain't playing no games. I'm buying flowers, sliding in your cash app.
Let me tell now you're
sending
serious,
you haikus, sending you poems. You know what I'm saying?
He
Doing
transparent.
everything
Okay.
that that you're supposed to do in real courtship, because I believe in that. But at the end of the day, that's not good enough, because I'm not whoever it is that you stuck on. And if you stuck on somebody, you need to tell me that up front. And I feel like that's where a lot of my frustration comes right now is being the what but not the who. And one day they're gonna wish. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not the W. I feel like
I'm what I mean, and the problem is
here's a who.
the right but I have to remain positive and to not tap out and not give up. I have to be confident in knowing that for the right person, I'm going to be the who, what, when, where, and how. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be confident in that in order to keep pursuing and to keep pushing, not to settle and sit in, and dwell in this sunken place, because it's easy to get rejected as a man, like you said, the ego. It's easy to take that punch in the gut and be like, oh, man, I'm tired of these girls. You know what I'm saying? So that's when, that's when these thoughts start winning, because they don't care. You know what I'm saying? The good women, that's why good women lose, is because the bad women, and vice versa. That's why bad men lose, is because that's why bad men win, is because of the good men. You know what I'm saying? The vice versa is happening because they're willing to settle for anything after a hurt or trauma. So that whole over one under another, that whole mentality doesn't change. It just evolves, so it looks different. It's still the same, but it has a different face on it. So instead of pursuing the woman of God that you really know that you want, or pursuing the man that that has the good job and all that stuff, you're like, he do work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go
and he got a part-time job that's temporary. Okay.
But he do work. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying that because you done went to school, you done got your degree, you done put yourself to a certain standard. So instead of saying, look, I'm gonna stick beside this man that works hard every day, whether he's he works with his hands or he wears suit and tie, or you gonna settle for the dude that hollered at you and because he put extra fries in your bag because you because you wanted to feel love. You know what I'm saying? You're going to settle because of that same situation. You know what I'm saying? Whoever shows you the most attention is who's going to get is who's going to get it. And that shouldn't be the case at all, because you have value. I mean, he can't afford you.
Sometimes we don't even deal with the people that show us the most attention coming from a woman. We be like, he can send cash out. He can send flowers. He can send chocolate. He can show up at the job with the favorite meal, and then his name in your phone is Food Boy. Whole time, other dude.
That's terrible.
That ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Barely calls. Barely shows up. Don't do cash out. Don't do anything. That he in there as babe with hard eyes. Like,
See?
I mean, the same thing happened on the other side, though. It be the woman out there who holding it down and cooking every night and cleaning and babysitting your raggedy tail kids when y'all ain't you out and all of that. But it be that side chick. They got the thong on. They put it down on you. That ain't got
ooh,
no
they're just so
job,
scandalous.
living on the
So
system.
Hey,
And you marry her, it go both ways. Like, let's be clear.
and that's the problem. You know, people say, you know, they want somebody to apply pressure, but can you handle the pressure?
Right.
Can you handle it?
It's so stupid.
Can you handle it? Because when somebody starts applying pressure to you, you're gonna figure out if you a diamond or you glass real quick because you're gonna bust under the pressure if you can't handle it. And boy,
and we like busting under the pressure.
I'm gonna leave it alone because pressure can be a positive.
You cut off. Put the cup down. You cut off. Put the cup down. I'm done with you. Nikki said Joe's Apartment is the funniest movie ever. Facts. Tiara said confidence and ego, don't they go together? In some cases, yes. In a lot of cases, no. Ego was a lot more short term for the most part. Once you get over ego, a lot of the times you like, all right, it wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Like, calm down, sir. Tiara said, I've had some hits to the confidence because some guys will tell you why you've been rejected. Why is it that
you know what?
Who was they? Go ahead.
I don't like whenever they don't tell me why I've been rejected. They just be like, you know, it's not you, it's me. No, it's obviously me, and I need to know what it is. I need to know because now I'm in the mirror. I'm like, are my eyes too big or they too little? Like, did my nose flare up too big? Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? Like, is my stomach too big? Is it too small? Like, I'm going through all these things trying to figure out what it is about me that you don't like. I would rather a guy tell me. And a lot of times I have asked guys, like after we talked or dated or whatever, and they decided they no longer want to talk to me, like, I want to know why. And then they you a good girl. Okay, I am, but I'm not married. You didn't want to wife me. You didn't want to be with me long term. I need to know what I did wrong or what is wrong with me so that I can fix it if I want to fix it. Or go on accordingly and be like, y'all gonna take it how it is.
Well, it goes all back to that communication piece, and a lot of people don't know how to communicate unless they have big emotions, like I'm angry or I'm in love or, you know what I'm saying, I'm hurt or, you know, I care for this person. Like, it's a lot of times one extreme to the other, but it's like, no, I say it all the time. I probably say it too much. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. So if you say it at the right, somebody asking you sincerely, you say it in a sincere manner, in a caring manner, you know, in a way you're not trying to hurt someone, it can be, sometimes it won't be received, but sometimes it will be, and you done it in a respectful way. And you did what you had to do, and you took accountability to what on your piece of what you should have said and what you should have done.
Right.
But if you just telling her, oh no, it's me, you know, I'm not ready to settle down, and you doing both of y'all an injustice, so you doing both of y'all a disservice. Like,
you can for a day or two.
We can communicate as grown folk and be transparent and real and honest, and not be, you know, it be just, you know what I'm saying, wild and we should be able to.
Can we though? So we supposed to be able to, but some of them, you know, y'all know, both y'all know, y'all done dealt with some people like, you know what, I'm just not gonna talk because I feel violent.
I've been the person.
I feel violent.
I've been the person who'll be like, if I don't respond to him, it'll go away. Definitely.
And didn't go away.
It was standing over breathing.
You see him at the Walmart, you over there hiding behind the aisles, like, you know.
There we go again.
I'm like, he's still alive. I thought he was dead. I wish death upon you. Why are you at Walmart?
I cannot. Tier said, I've been called too dark, too smart, too weird, too big, and too small. I've also been rejected for having a strange voice or for having an Android, not the Android.
Yeah,
the only thing I understand is the Android. I understand it.
Bad. This 2023. Get out
my
alone.
message is coming back green. Like,
Mm.
Nah, that's terrible. That's terrible. Oh my God, that's so
but
terrible.
I've had that too, Tiara.
Yeah. Nigga said, Pastor Kev, you better preach. I'm sending in my offering now. All right, put your cash app in, Kev. Put your cash app in. Tiana said extra fries equal coochie nowadays. I don't like that.
Girl, extra fries. I know somebody used to give it up for a cookout tray.
Ain't it?
And they used to, back when it was $5.99 for a double nugget and a burger and a tea. Nikki said, Chasey be so true. Did I not just say the other night about the guy trying to talk to me?
Yep, that's true. That's true. I forgot about that. Yes.
But why is it that them dudes got the most confidence in the world, but he handing fries out the window? You know what I'm saying? Here I am. Here I am. I work with some people that, you know, in different business endeavors that make well into the six figures. Like, these guys are well off. And they were like, man, put me on, bro. Put you on? Bro, you got a whole Maserati in the parking lot. You talking about put you on?
Wow.
Ooh, let me borrow your keys. How about that? We're going to be a
yeah, put me on. Put me on.
This could be a good beneficial friendship right here. You let me drive your car, I'll put you on her. Okay, how about that?
No, listen, I'm telling you, put me on.
No, you laughing, but serious.
Put me on. Eggs is too high. I need to stop being single because eggs is too high. I can't afford eggs.
I gotta plug eggs. I'm good. So.
They do be having the most confidence though. It'd be the one person in the room that you feel like should just sit down somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And they be up and loud.
Me and everybody. No, not you. I ain't talking about you. Be some folk in the room that need to sit down somewhere. But after a while, that may start working. You start hearing them being with each other, even though it's in secret and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It be happening. All right, next step to unresolved. Well, I had one question. We way past time now. I had one question, y'all. But what do y'all think hurts someone's dating life the most? Somebody being rejected or the fear of rejection?
Fear.
Yeah.
Look, see me again.
Y'all gonna be best friends next week after you after you put on. That's the stipulation.
Put me in the wedding.
Oh man, all right. Unresolved issues, family, love, and dating examples. So of course we talked about this earlier, but family and seeing family trauma and seeing how family dating and how we bring that into our own relationships. That's definitely a unresolved issue that our parents didn't deal with, our aunts and uncles didn't deal with, and going down to us we didn't deal with. Now we putting that same mess on our children. Let's be real. We all ain't dealt with these long-term unresolved issues of family history, trauma, love, and dating. And Sam joined. He said, "Hello, y'all. Hey, Sam. Hi. Hey, Sam. All right. So the next one after that is forgiveness and emotional baggage. So the definition of forgiveness, what forgiveness is that it does not mean you are saying that what someone did is okay. It's letting go of the bitterness and anger that keeps you in pain. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people feel like if I forgive him, that means he good. I forgive her, that means what she did was right. Why y'all think that is?
Because we don't know the difference between forgive and forget. Like you can forgive somebody, but you can also remember that they still hurt you. But right. I forgive you for that. Like I'm okay. But I still remember what you did. People tend to think that if you forgive somebody that you're gonna forget what they done.
Right.
And it's not the same.
Right. Yeah. Forgiveness is for you, it's not for them. For real, for real. What about you, Kev? Why do you think forgiveness is so difficult?
Because people have these fallacies in their mind that they make up. Like, well, I forgive him and he gonna change. Or I forgive her and she not the same. That was just, and they make up the backstory to what they really saw. And it ain't nothing like what they saw. well, he only did that because I did this and that. No, you won't doing nothing. Then the food and went upside your head. He crazy, run. But no, you still sitting there. I'm gonna stick
Right.
beside him because I'm gonna stick beside her. And she come and she burnt you with the iron 2 times in a row this week. You know what I'm saying? Look, bro, you need to run. She already can't cook as it is. Leave. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
She just used both hands.
I'm
Everybody else
done.
I think, and a lot of times, but in trauma, a lot of people need to feel something. So whether it be hurt or help, they just want to feel it.
Wow.
And they just hang around because they want to feel it. And they want to feel whether it comes from a loving place or from a harmful place. They need to feel that emotion or that emotional rush. No matter where it comes from, they're addicted to it. So that's why toxic people love each other so much, because they get that emotional rush and they get the release of endorphins in their mind, and it brings them this level of high. So they love each other through this toxicity, but it's the same. You could get, but realizing that you can get that same love from somebody that benefits you and not brings you down. That's when you know you've healed and you've become better. So I feel like the family trauma and all that stuff has taught us to really, really just enjoy the ride of this toxicity and all this other stuff. But unbeknownst to knowing that you can be better than this, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, this is all I know, and then I'm just a little old person from so no, but it's bigger than that. Right. You can break that generational curse if you decide to. Thanks. And I'm not gonna get deep. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Ooh, you already deep. That was good. Tierra talking about, I forgive you, sir, and don't ever talk to me again, online or in person. Thanks.
Or in
facts on facts. Yeah, forgiveness is definitely tough, and a lot of the times you already said this, but we are abusing the forgiveness that we give, not the person that's we giving it to. So that's what you were saying, like, cheating on you, you forgive him, he cheat on you again, you forgive him, you cheat on him again. Now the next person who just show an inkling of just halfway looking at somebody, oh my God, he cheated. I'm like, no, you can't put what that last man did. If people gonna be human, don't mix up people being human and people actually cheating, because that's two different things.
Exactly.
So it's like you can't continue to put that blame on other people. You have to look within yourself for why you forgave them. Why you gave them that rope? Why you allowed this to happen to you, and move on.
Exactly.
And move on. That's all you can do. Go ahead. Oh, I thought somebody else had something to say.
I just laughed. That's all.
Oh man. What? So the other parts of that forgiveness is letting go of what happened and taking the time to heal, which Kev had said that earlier, like people recognizing when they need to take time to heal from relationships or things of that nature. So the last part of it was understanding self-worth and having emotional intelligence. So the first bullet point, and I dealt with this a lot. Whew, depending on someone else to give you the love you should be getting from yourself.
Ooh. Wow. Been there, done that. Wrote the book, baby.
Down, honey. I got the book, the fine print. I got the.
I'm on the back of the cover like this.
A lot of us don't know how to love ourselves, and we be looking for it in other people.
But that's why I say take the time off. Like between relationships, even if it's friendships, like any type of ship, take a break and get back to you, get back to what you like, get back to what you love, get back to what you enjoy. Because in friendships, relationships, or anything, we always lose ourselves. People don't want to admit it, but we lose ourselves because we try to fall into the box of what our partner likes. Like if my guy likes baseball, I don't necessarily like baseball. I mean, like I like to play baseball, but I don't want to look at baseball on TV. So now every Tuesday, I don't know what days baseball come on, but on Tuesdays, we're watching baseball. And then after we break up, I'm finding myself turning it to ESPN to watch baseball on Tuesdays. I don't even like baseball. Turn it to something else. Something else is on. Find something that you like, that you enjoy, and people don't necessarily do that. They just go and find somebody else and then find what they like and enjoy. So now you still watching baseball on Tuesdays thinking about Mike, but now on Wednesdays you watching football that you don't like because you with Chris. You know?
Yeah. That's real though. We definitely it's a difference between being with your partner and being a partner and trying to enjoy what they do because you love them, into a difference in this is who I am because they like it. Like that ain't never gonna work. Now I'm not saying you can't be introduced to a partner and you find out that, hey, I may actually like this. I'm not saying that can't happen, but that don't just automatically become who you are. And if your partner is a good partner and a good lover and a good companion, they will understand that you're doing this because you love me. You're not doing this because this is what you enjoy.
Exactly.
Point
blank, period. Like it's not that hard.
Anybody want to go to a murder mystery dinner? Let me know.
You gotta be willing. Like, if I ask you to come ride with me and go hunting, like, that's a badge of honor. For a woman to ride in the truck with you, that's a badge of honor, okay? So if I ask you to get in the truck with me, look, just know I'm gonna buy you a bacon, egg, and cheese, you know what I'm saying? At Sweet Tea. You know what I'm saying? This is a badge of honor right here. But beyond that, what people need to understand and what they need to do is take a smoke break. Smoke is an acronym for, it starts with self. And then it starts with me. So and then O is for other stuff that deals with me, and then then the K is for your kinfolk, and then E is for everyone else. That's how you deal with it when you take a smoke break. And once you start taking a smoke break, in these situations, and you realize you're not necessarily going to smoke a cigarette, but I need to deal with myself first. Okay, I didn't deal with myself. Now it's time to deal with me. Yeah, I'm doubling it up because you deserve that. You deserve to double up because anything you might have missed in the self-evaluation, you look in the me evaluation and gather it right there. And then, then you go down, down the line.
Look, I'm over here writing it down.
I like
definitely take a smoke break. That's off the cuff. I just came up with that too. So if y'all tell somebody about that, you say, "Look, Kev said."
You better coin that. You better coin that ASAP.
You definitely take a smoke break. The deal, and because there's nothing wrong with it. I think the reason why a lot of relationships, especially, have been suffering so much is because people have made being selfish such a negative connotation. And because you're not willing to take that time with yourself and to spend time with yourself and to love on yourself, the first little thing come along, you say, you in love for a two-piece. Instead of, what I'm saying, instead of expecting more, the stuff that you do for yourself on a regular basis, or you can do for yourself on a regular basis, and then when someone comes along and offer it, it's something you can be appreciative of it. You won't have a level of expectation for it because now we're in an age where, like, you see girls post all the time, hit my Cash App so I know it's real. You know what I'm saying? Or the first, you got these women is panhandling. Okay, I'm like, girl, you go to work every day like I do. I'm not finna be eating Viennas and Navs just because you want somebody to hit your Cash App so you know it's real. Like at the end of the day, you have to come to the understanding that you can love on you that way. When somebody offers you something simple, you say, "Oh, I appreciate it." So if he pays for you to get your nails done, "Oh, I appreciate it," but your nails is gonna be done either way. You know what I'm saying? So you can, the level of appreciation is different when it comes to stuff like that. And when you do it for yourself, you ain't worried about what nobody else can do for you. And I think that's where I really, really put myself apart from a lot of people is everything. I cook for myself. I do have a cleaning lady, but other than that, I cook for myself, do my own laundry, and everything. So when a woman comes in, she ain't got to worry about all that stuff. Like, that's not what I need you for. I need you for a companion. Okay, like let's build. Okay, because I got some goals I'm trying to attain, and I know you got some too. Because we've had this conversation, we've talked about these things, so we're gonna build this stuff together. We're finna go to the moon with it. Okay, let's get it. It's time out for Babe, what's your favorite color? Okay, I'm gonna buy you. Okay,
right.
Okay, who your favorite artist? You know, you like Michelangelo. Okay, man, that's a Ninja Turtle. They ain't artist, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to be deep and just making up stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We past that level now. We're adults, and we the aunties and uncles now. You know what I'm saying? We the mamas and the daddies. We there now. So we gotta start governing ourselves accordingly. It's okay when you was having young love and popcorn love and teen love. It was good when you was doing that stuff, but now you're in the stage and the age where you got to be ready to build when you come in. And it's not like, you're skipping out on stuff, but you got to be ready when you come in. You got to come in with the mentality and the mindset, knowing like, okay, we're going to be friends. We're going to do all this stuff, but we have stuff we got to work on too. And we got to grow past, because you got to come in healed, because you ain't got time. I can't put you in a game and expect you to help me win and you injured. Okay, like, come on now.
Right, you over there with a popsicle stick on and some rap.
And injured players, nah, we don't need no injured players on the field.
That's right.
To answer the questions is Pink and Purple, Jeezy and Beyonce.
All right.
He said favorite colors and favorite artists.
Oh, girl.
Pink and Purple, Jeezy and Beyonce.
I'm done. Vince said, after this, I need to smoke 2 C's. I'm done. Tierra said, yes, me, and me too. Shout out to Agent Smith from The Matrix. If you don't know about it, whatever. Vern said, great show, but I got one question. Why, after the relationship is over, why do y'all women begin to attack the guy below the belt? Men do that too.
Yeah,
why
do people attack below the belt is the question. Because we hurt.
Wait, what below the belt are we talking about?
You under there. You get under there. Go ahead.
You know what coming out.
Belt.
The problem is because it was good while we was getting it. It was great while we was getting it.
A lot of the times it wasn't. Just being honest.
See, but that way you got to stop lying. If it ain't good,
it was.
Don't be making no studio album if you ain't doing that now. Tell the truth. Don't be doing the background.
Don't be doing the theatricals.
Tell that man, get off me. Move.
Unhand me.
Right.
Men do the same thing though. The men be like, your cooking wasn't that good anyway. You was eating it though.
Nigga, you gained 20 pounds.
He lying. He can still smell you on his lip, and he gonna talk about it won't good. So you gotta tell the truth to shame the devil. He said it won't that good anyway. He still smelling you.
They gonna call you back and talk about, can you make that spaghetti that you used to make?
If it won't good,
I thought I could cook.
You don't need to take it.
Say that again.
If it won't good, offer it to him again and see don't need to take it.
You ain't gonna eat it up. You hear me? Plate be licked up.
You ain't gotta lie, Craig.
Get right. But women do hit, all parties hit below the belt. It's true. And it just come from a place of hurt. It come from a place of, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna hurt you worse than you hurt me, which is childish when you think about it. But that's what it comes down to.
I don't think it's childish. I just think sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
And then 3 days later, you talking about, I ain't mean it. I'm sorry. I ain't mean it.
I meant it.
Yeah, that day. You meant it that day.
Come on back in. Let me be the big spoon.
You want me to bring some Chick-fil-A?
A sandwich or some nuggets, okay?
Baby, I didn't say anything. Your hairline is fine. I don't care that it's pushed that far back.
I'm done. Now, hair is a low belt for real, especially in our community. You know, we sensitive about our hair. Okay.
You should keep these 3 dreads. They look fine.
You sound like you on Stevie Wonder team. Somebody need to tell me, let it go. Let it go. Tierra said, why? Because petty heals the heart and makes my friends laugh when I'm telling the story. You sound like you been around chasing me, ain't you?
Exactly.
Vince said, well, you was a darn good actor then. Facts. Facts on facts. Oh my God. All right, the last little bit. Understanding self-worth, emotional intelligence, hopelessness. The fact that when you don't even try to give dating a chance because you give up, you don't think it's ever gonna happen. I done tried this mess, I done been down this road. Just forget it. Then Mr. Right come along and you be like, go on somewhere, take your right. Mrs. Right come along, you be like, go on somewhere, take your right.
Boy,
Just right.
that's at least twice, 3 times a week for me.
Go.
I'm telling you, I be like, you know what? I'm sick of this mess. I ain't talking to nobody else. This gonna be me. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be happy with Jesus alone.
All right.
Lying to myself. Lying to myself.
Jesus
Exactly
is
what I
all
be
I
doing.
need,
Lying.
okay?
I be like, look, man. I'm like, look, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I got, I got this going. I got that going. And I be building myself up. You know what I'm saying? And don't let me just leave the barbershop. Like I got a fresh cut too.
Oh,
Look,
fresh
I'm the
cut.
prize. I'm the prize. And then
You should always leave the barbershop with a fresh cut and some sweatpants, some gray sweats.
Oh,
see,
not the gray sweats.
that's wrong. And I'm not trying to, they're gonna get the wrong idea about me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea about me. I ain't got nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying?
I cannot. I'm not. Tierra said I'm not. I've been through that. I might be there right now. I be tired.
Child,
ain't nobody got time for that, man.
I go through it twice a day, every day. Hey, let me find the charger to this vibrator.
Oh Lord, hit it on the side. Oh Lord,
Be in the barber shop.
Get all the
barber shop.
I cannot.
But
the next. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
To be serious about it though, it's that's an easy sunken place to fall into. But if I could give a word of encouragement, hang in there. There's somebody for you, okay? And you done dealt with a whole lot of knots, and that knot was just not yet. All right, hang in there. So your person coming. Just know that.
Amen.
We receive it. We receive it.
Send it on to him, Lord. Send them on to him.
Yeah. But don't come right now because I ain't got no haircut.
I'm done. The next one is loneliness or being disconnected. So if you lonely, boy, people be looking real good when you lonely. People be looking sexy in the light when all the lights on. Okay. That minimum wage job be looking like $1 million on lonely. Okay.
Like work at McDonald's.
That bad looking, bro, for real, when you look at her.
Right.
You know
but she got a good personality though.
When she turn her head, she not that bad looking, bro. When you trying to validate why you like, man, look, man, you hear me out, bro. Hear me out. Think about this now. After she done took, when she get her makeup done and she get the micro braids, you know what I'm saying? When she put them shades, hey.
And you over there paying for all of it,
bro.
You over there cash apping for all of it.
She all right, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She all right. She ain't that bad, bro, when you think about it. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't that bad.
That's how you bad. You will justify almost anything. Look, man, it's all right that, you know what I'm saying, she ain't all there. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. We all got a little crazy in us, you know what I'm saying? We all a little crazy anyway, you know what I'm saying? What is normal? Shut up.
But that's okay.
That girl, she in your room throwing matches on your bed, gonna burn your house down. And you talking about a little crazy.
That's a good man, Savannah.
Bye. Oh my God. Bye.
That was beautiful. I love that cat. That was a good woman.
Women be doing the same thing. We be like, he got a bad attitude, but he cared though.
Ooh, he's so angry that I talked to that somebody smiled at me. He loves me. No, bitch, he's crazy. It's giving Joe from you. He's gonna kill you.
Oh my God. All right, the last two. We got into the last two. Fear. We didn't talk about that a little bit, but that includes nervousness, overgeneralizing, overthinking, and underthinking when it comes to dating. Woo. That fear be real.
Child, next time just say my name.
Shasta B, nervousness.
I overanalyze, I underanalyze. I don't analyze. Like, and it's all within a 8-hour day.
I think
we ain't even touched the rest of it
because of fear. Whether it be and even beyond relationship opportunities, besides, I mean, even career opportunities or opportunities at other advances in life, we sold ourselves short because of fear, thinking that, I don't, and there again is where this selfishness need to come back into play. Like, why don't I deserve it? You know what I'm saying? Who am I to say that I don't deserve this? You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, you done fix your credit up. You didn't hit the gym and got back fine. You done got a degree and focus on me. It's time for you to boss up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got a real great sweats. Like,
you gotta do that stuff. And fear will tell you, hey, step back, bro. You're not 6 foot tall, bro. You might want to step back. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't have no BBL, so you might want to step back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It'll tell you these things. But I'm gonna be honest with you, we don't like that as men. I'm gonna speak for all the real men that like real women out here.
All right.
That stuff is not. Look, a little belly will get you some jelly, and toast ain't nothing without jelly. Come on. So, okay.
Toast is dry.
So, I mean, you don't see no men arguing over no one. The ones with a little tummy, they're the ones that's yummy. Amen. So we gonna keep
belly
moving,
gun
all right?
shaped like a bowl of jelly.
But the understanding, like, a lot of these fantasy worlds that social media has created has women comparing themselves to this, when the truth of the matter is, I'm gonna be raw and radical right here. That he looking at this woman, you think he thinks she's fine, but then he going home looking at porn of women that look just like you.
Wow.
I don't think they even doing that. I think they going home looking at the porn that they portraying on Facebook or Instagram and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. I think a lot of the times men don't want to admit that they like the fupa. Like, they'll be like, why do women tuck their stomach in pants? It's high-waisted. Where are the pants? Where's the belly supposed to go, sir? It's high-waisted. But then you on Facebook or Instagram and Twitter and you talking junk about it. But then the person that you showing or sharing on your Facebook and Instagram and all that kind of stuff is somebody that is 100% plastic. So then women, even though women don't want to admit that, they be like, I wish I had her ass. I wish I had her stomach. I wish I had her boobs. Like, you look at that because you see it all the time. Like, all the time. Black men especially, and it's because I don't follow white men, so that's why I don't know what white men are posting. But black men a lot of the times have so much negativity to say about what black women are doing whenever they are in their natural. Like, why your hair look like that? She done cut off all her hair. She's in her natural stage. Why your hair look like that? But then they get mad about a woman having weave, but then they posting a woman that got weave. My nigga, what do you want? What do you want?
Don't even know what they're looking at.
I think that's our culture in general. I mean, a lot of men do it, and I totally agree with your statement, but I think women is just as bad. Women praise the women who look like Beyonce and Rihanna and all these women, and I just think it's the shift in the culture. I feel like if everybody need to do better, I feel like everybody needs to do better when it comes to accepting people for who they are. Point blank, period.
Exactly. Lizzo shouldn't have to be naked for somebody to love her.
Right. Okay? Lizzo is beautiful.
She is
beautiful. Her face, her spirit, her talent alone is beautiful. And it ticks me off that people, the first thing that they go to is her weight. They go to her weight because they don't like her. They don't like her because she's beautiful and because she's talented and because she's amazing. And they're jealous of her, so they want to point out her weight. That's just what I feel. Give
her the hardest time. Women.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
black women.
But then you mad when homeboy didn't like you, but you doing the same exact thing.
You doing the same thing.
Don't be mad at her because she has the confidence that you wish she had, that you had. Like
Lizzo is beautiful, like beautiful. Like I follow her on TikTok, and I see her a lot of times. A lot of times people don't see artists like without their makeup and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if she has a beauty filter on. I really don't know. I really don't care, but I'm gonna assume that she doesn't. And Lizzo is beautiful, and people need to stop thinking about her weight and just. She's
people just need to stop being negative, period. And that includes me. I ain't sitting here saying I'm perfect. I ain't sitting here saying I ain't never looked at nobody and judged them and say they shouldn't wear it, they shouldn't do that. We all got to do better.
Right.
We all got to
put on some stuff that I shouldn't have put on.
What's my saying? Even we all got to mind our own business and let people be people.
Exactly. Well, I remember when I was skinny and didn't have a belly and didn't have this back fat, and there was some stuff that I put on that I shouldn't put on, and didn't nobody say anything about it. But then you want to talk about that she put on something because she's they probably that's true.
So
I look back and I said, "Who thought that was cute?" Because that was ugly.
Exactly. All right, comments. Tierra said, "LOL. Oh, a good personality and a joke or two will win on a lonely feeling day." Facts.
Child, on a good day, I love a good joke.
No, it'll win. Ain't no almost. Ain't no almost. It's gonna win.
Almost doesn't count. Okay. She said, "I'm a constant overthinker, so I can't separate it from dating trauma, and I have fear of making the wrong decision."
I always make the wrong decisions, Tierra. It'd be two in the room. I'm gonna go for the wrong one.
Always is a strong word though, because like Kev said, we all go through things for a reason. So you just have to take the opportunity to learn and grow. Now, the mistake would be not that you did the wrong thing. The mistake would be is that you didn't learn and grow from it.
Precisely. Oh, and here you go.
I ain't learned and grew. No, I'm playing.
Wow. She said, yes, a lot of Black women love to force fake modesty on people when it's really about size and stuff they don't like about themselves. That's facts. That is facts. Oh my God. Oh, I thought you had something to say.
And for people be like, well, she shouldn't, but she shouldn't have to be naked. You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to remember when Jill Scott was in Why Did I Get Married? And then she had to lose weight, for him to realize, But look, matter of fact, while we at this, shout out to Jill Scott. If you're watching this, I can handle you, so I can handle you. And I can tell you to shut
Jill
up.
Scott is beautiful.
I love Jill. I'm going to see her in Greensboro. Okay.
That little podcast.
Go to. Is Chris going with you? Let's cancel Chris and let me go.
It's actually a girl's trip.
You know what I'm saying? Because that little.
You're going to see Beyonce without me. Don't do that. Go ahead, Kim. Sorry.
When he was up there talking about if he can handle you, he can handle you, and tell you to shut up, he can tell. Look, holla at yourboy.com. I can. That's all I want you to know. If you're watching this, I can. That's all I gotta say about that.
I love Jill Scott.
What Jilly? What?
One of my favorite recaps is me going in on it. I think Sam was on the podcast or whatever, and I was like, if y'all men really admit that y'all like Jill Scott women instead of them Beyonces that you can't get in the first place. Okay.
I don't understand why Beyonce has to be brought into this.
Because people picture her as the perfect woman. She's the perfect
woman. A lot of people don't picture her as the perfect woman.
People that ain't fans of her, no, but a lot of people, when they think of a beautiful woman who has everything, Beyonce, Rihanna, all of them is number one on the list. Let's be real.
They throw her name out there.
They throw her name out a lot.
About making breakfast, okay?
No,
that's the
kind of woman I need in my life. Beyonce. Beyonce is an amazing artist. Beyonce is an amazing performer. We do not put Beyonce on a pedestal that everyone else think that we put Beyonce on. Y'all put her on that pedestal and then try to tear her down from that pedestal. We understand that she's not perfect. We understand that he cheated on her with the Becky with the good hair.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, she is amazing as far as an artist and as far as a performer. And that's what we love about her. Period, Pooh.
Make me some breakfast.
Toast to scrambled eggs.
You better sing it, girl.
Give it to him.
I love you.
Look, Jill.
Look, that's enough. Tiana said, I don't think Lizzo was doing anything more or less than other artists. She is just bigger in size. That's my point. Precise.
100% agree, Tiana. 100% agree.
Hey, Lizzo, when you get done playing with Lil Man,
I'm done.
She is in a whole relationship. She got a whole man.
Yeah,
and then a whole bunch of y'all skinny people that's out here talking about her ain't got a man.
Vern say easy kill.
hey, look, I ain't trying to get in your way, man. I ain't gonna get in your way.
Look, he said it ain't no way. It ain't no way. All right. So the last one, and we already touched on it, was self-awareness, understanding your own emotions, blase. So we read space time. So what it says, how we can heal, if we can't talk about all this stuff and not talk about how we heal from it. So the points that it made from heal from it is cultivating an environment that is safe. Super important. Identifying and establishing boundaries. A lot of us don't know how to do that. Communicating your needs. And then what Kel said earlier, self-care. And then last but definitely not least, please seek professional help. Go lay on somebody's couch. Please.
The lady.
Talk to the lady.
This is when we would insert the ad is here. Call.
Please go get you some therapy. All right, so we went through everything. What's your last piece of, I don't want to say advice, what's your last little note on the topic at hand, Kev?
Trauma is you can heal from it. Knowing that that you can is the biggest portion, because you got to look at it like surgery. When you have trauma, for instance, if you have a tumor, they pulled a tumor out. That means you're tumor free, but it don't mean you're necessarily healed yet. So the tumor is gone, but now you have to begin the healing process of healing from so you got to heal from the surgery. So give yourself time, give yourself grace. Don't be in a rush, because you have to trust God's timing. That's number one. Rushing is going to cost you every time. At some point, it's going to be an expense because you rushed it. Even like when you order a package, if you rush that delivery, it's going to cost extra. So think about it that way. What's coming to you is going to cost you extra if you rush it. Wait for it. It'll be beneficial. Just wait for
it. All right, Chazzy B, what's your final thoughts?
I'm giving my final thoughts to myself. So I still believe in love.
All right.
I am deserving of the love that I want to receive. And I know that I'm going to get it. And I know that I'm going to get it in the way that I want it to happen. It's not going to be society's way or views or the Christian church views or my family views. But I know that I'm going to have my person that is going to be everything that I want from them. And I ain't gonna stop, baby. I have to kiss all these frogs to get to the prince. But he's
frogs.
Frogs to get to the prince, but he's coming, baby.
I heard that. All right. I guess my final, they don't say it all, but my final thoughts would be self-evaluation, of course, figuring out why you allow, why you do, why you love, why you hate, why you think this way. Like, really take a deep dive. And therapy will help with a lot of that. Therapy will help you dive deep into why you allow these things to happen big time. And then, of course, learn how to love yourself. Because what they say, can't nobody else love you if you don't know how to love yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't learn how to love yourself first, then you're looking for that, for them to feel a void that they will never feel. So learn how to love yourself and get some help and seek therapy. So that would be my final thought.
And also touch women and men. Make sure that you know how to please yourself so you can tell other people how to please you. Okay, go ahead.
That's true. I kept all the sex stuff out of it. I was trying to be real sophisticated. But there's definitely some sex stuff in there too. You might have to have part two for that.
That's something that's very important. Like, know how to please yourself so that you can tell your partner how to please you.
And don't be afraid to communicate it.
And don't be afraid to communicate it. And then that way, whenever the relationship ends, you can be like, it was little, but he knew what he was doing. It was dry, but she knew what she was doing.
You ain't got nothing, Kev. You ain't got nothing.
Look. Thank y'all for that. Look, fellas, if y'all watching, that's free game. They told you. It's free game. So look, but in all seriousness, though, that's true. You got to know how to love yourself in every aspect of loving yourself.
Exactly.
So
I taught myself how to get my best orgasm, and baby,
love on yourself is the best way you know how. And if you don't know how to love yourself, learn to love yourself. Number one. Right. And number two, I just want to thank y'all for having me on. I appreciate it. Y'all ladies rock.
Absolutely, Tiana.
And
absolutely.
Yeah. Like and share, subscribe.
Okay.
Hit that when you get a chance. All right.
That's right. Look, he done did that. He done done the outro for us. He said everybody like, follow, share, subscribe, and there go the cash out. Okay.
I mean, I was just talking about my followers that may not necessarily follow you. Still do your outro. Still do your outro. I won't take it over. Still do your thing. Look, you got to do your thing. You got to do your thing now. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your thing. I was just telling my followers. You know,
hey, Care followers.
Care followers. Make sure you do us a favor and like, share, subscribe. On everything that we do, please follow us. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on all audio podcast platforms.
iHeart.
If you don't watch us Wednesdays, you can listen to us on Apple, on Spotify, on iHeart, on Pandora, on you name it. We on Amazon, you name it. We on there, so you can listen to every episode. And sometimes I just go back and listen on the way on the road the next day, be laughing at myself. So I don't know. That might be a little bit of insanity, but I don't care. Be fun. Okay.
You be funny. You be funny. I'll be laughing too.
But yeah, if you think of any topics or anything that we need to discuss, or if you think of a good guest that need to be on the podcast, please inbox me or Chassie B, or you can inbox the Occasionally Posh page, or you can email us at occasionallyposh@gmail.com.
Don't y'all look at my nails. I had a rough week with nails.
I understand. All right, that's all. That's it. We done. We see you guys next week.
But to answer Tiana's question, yes, I act up everywhere that I'm at. Everywhere. It doesn't matter.
It don't.
Church.
Funeral homes. It don't matter.
Barnyard.
All right. Bye, y'all. We see y'all next week.
Bye-bye. Love y'all. Bye.